Let's grow 2 different types of peas indoors, and this will include a 5-week growth update so you can see how big they've gotten. I'll be growing these snap peas and snow peas, and they each say they'll take about 2 months to be ready for harvest. If you want to speed up the germination process, it's recommended to soak these for 12 to 24 hours before planting them. A couple things about pea plants are 1, they're cool weather crops, so if you want to grow them outdoors, they'll do best in the spring and fall. But if you have them indoors, you can grow them year-round if you want to. They're also very sensitive to root disturbance, so it's recommended to directly sow them into your growing medium. I'll be using leca as my growing medium, and usually I would start my seeds in a seed starting mix and then wash the soil off before transferring, but I was a little worried that the roots might get too comfortable in soil and not transfer well, so I'm going to try the paper towel method and hope for the best. I put them back in their jars and placed a lid on top to trap humidity, which will give a greenhouse effect, and the very next day I saw some little root tails in there. 4 out of 5 seeds sprouted from each batch, and here's how they look on day 10. We've got lots of healthy white root growth, so I think they're ready to be transferred to some leca. Leca is one of my favorite growing mediums for my indoor plants, mainly because bugs don't like it. So if you have an issue with fungus gnats, I highly recommend experimenting with this. If you're not familiar with what it is, leca is expanded clay pebbles that do a really good job of holding moisture while providing adequate airflow. The snap peas say they're self-supporting, but the snow peas will need a trellis to climb up, so I went ahead and added that already. The rule of thumb is to fill the bottom third of the pot with your water and nutrient solution, but because the roots are so close to the surface, I'm going to fill the water a lot higher than I usually would. As you can see here, the water's only a couple inches from the top, and that's just going to ensure that the roots are getting enough moisture. Here's the snow peas on day 16. You can see the tendrils are already grabbing onto the trellis. And here's the 5-week update. The snow peas are a lot taller than the snap peas, and even though the snap peas are self-supporting, I ended up putting a cage around them because they were falling over. My favorite, but also least favorite part of pea plants would be the tendrils that you see here, because they grab onto everything. I have my plants under a grow light, but if you use a window, they'll need about 6 to 8 hours of sun per day. I went with snap and snow peas because you're able to eat the entire pea pod from both of these plants. But I need some recipe ideas for these. What are some of your favorite ways to eat these type of peas? Let me know in the comments.